Good afternoon, welcome to Simfold Golf and Country Club. Just going to talk to you about the next design feature in the iron heads that we're talking about in this little mini series, and this one is about offset on the golf club. And when we're talking about offset, we're talking about how far the face is set back away from the center line of the shaft, or the Dayton line. Okay, so how far this is set back away from the center of the shaft. And the further back the face is set back, the more offset the iron club head has on it. And when a designer puts more offset into its design, what they're effectively doing is they're moving the center of gravity further back this way. You'd expect, basically what's trying to happen is the center of gravity is trying to align itself with the center line of the shaft. So the further back it is, the more dynamic effect it has, and that also is that it closes the face a little bit as well. So it's both adding loft and it's closing the face. And if you're closing the face for a right-handed golfer, that's going to stop the ball from moving off to the right-hand side quite so much. So it's a feature which helps reduce slice in the irons, and it's also a feature that helps add loft to the shot as well. Offset as well is something which, once again, it's the different brands will apply different amounts of offset into their different models. And once again, from a fitting perspective, it's nice for us to have the full range of models to choose from, because then we're not really restricted by brand and their take on what the right amount of offset is for a particular type of player that they design that club head for. So here I've got a Srixon 585, and that will have a certain amount of offset on it, but maybe that offset combined with the top edge and the sole design might not quite match compared to what else we got here. This is the Titleist 81. Once again, that has a slightly thicker top line, slightly wider sole, a little bit more offset. So maybe they're the features. That's the blend of features that we want for that particular player. Or maybe we're looking at the MP18 from Mizuno, and you can see nowhere near as much. Okay, this actually has a weaker loft on it, so there's a little bit more inbuilt loft on it already. But it's designed for a better player. A better player typically doesn't need as much help getting the ball airborne or reducing slice in their shot. So there's less offset built into it, and it has a more classic look. When you put more offset into the design, it starts to trade off a little bit from that classic look that some of the better players will like. And offset does tend to also reduce the amount you can shape the ball, certainly in the left to right manner. So once again, a better player tends to prefer a little bit less offset. Once again, it's the blend of features that we're talking about in this series that ultimately helps us make those final decisions. The last one I got here is the Ping G410, one of the clubs with a little bit more offset, as you can see on that particular one. Medium top edge, if you like, quite a thick sole, a little bit of visual back edge to it as well. Once again, it's a look. How the club looks is really important, and offset plays a big part in that. So not really thinking about the brand again, I'm thinking about the features that a player requires in order to get the best results. And it's nice to have the models to choose from regardless of the brand. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're testing. Hope that helps, and we'll be back soon with another design element that we consider when fitting golf clubs. Thanks a lot, speak to you soon.